And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. Across from me is being Jen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley. So, a bad week for the Yankees.
I texted you. I was like, could we be a jinx, possibly? And so we
swept by the Tigers. That might have been the most.
I didn't see this coming. We were making fun of the Tigers.
Like, we were making fun of them. We were like, oh my god. We're like, oh my god, Friday. Oh, it's cold day. Oh, it's cold day. They got cold in the mountain. Oh, easy.
I had the brooms out, man. I'm not gonna lie.
We were all busting the brooms out.
I'm not gonna lie.
Even me, the most pessimistic bastard on the planet, was like, oh yeah, this is tailor-made.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my god, dude, well, so bad. So bad.
I mean, Cole, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, what the hell could he have done?
There's nothing he could have done. He went 6 innings.
What could he have done?
5 strikeouts. Only 5 strikeouts, but...
Yeah, only 5 strikeouts. Yeah, that's a Ks per 9 of less than 10.
1 walk.
You gotta jack those numbers up, buddy, if you want to win on this team.
6 hits. Big deal. Didn't give up any long balls. He just, they scored. Yeah, the Yankees offense went cold. What's going on here? What's going on? It's pretty good. This is a pretty good lineup. I mean, okay, Luke Voigt's not in.
On paper.
Luke Voigt's not there. Okay,
Voigt's hurt. He's going to be gone for the next few months.
Months?
So.
It's a big blow. Well, I mean, that's what you got depth for, right?
What depth?
You got Brett Gardner playing center field.
Brett Gardner.
Well, 1-year contracts are paying off, man.
Somehow, some way.
Clint Frazier holding it together.
His 1 home run per 2 weeks really gonna hold him over.
Hey, Odor went 4 for 5. He still hit 198, but at least he went 4 for 5.
That Odor had 4 hits, and I didn't pay attention.
Jeez,
I was
man,
watching. That night, I was watching more the Knicks game that night, which sucked.
That sucked too. Wait, hold on. Odor went 4 for 5. You guys average up to 198. What was he hitting before?
Really
okay,
bad.
Not good.
Really bad.
Okay.
Not good.
All right. Look at Aaron Judge, though, man. He's a freaking MVP, man.
Nah,
gotta love it.
The MVP this year is Shohei Ohtani. But
well, we'll see how long he lasts. I don't know if he can hold up with this schedule, man. Although but I mean, walk off. But Yankees victim of the 10th inning extra innings rule. I don't love it, but
no, they're a victim of their own stupid manager, thinking it was a good idea to bring in Justin Wilson in a safe situation. Justin Wilson, who we flaunted over the offseason. We thought this guy was going to be all right, but 6.08 ERA. It's shit. When they got Jonathan Loaizaga fresh and ready.
Yeah. So,
I would not
just
trust.
Look at Chapman, man. I guess they just don't want to stretch him out, huh? Like he could have caught another inning. Don't risk it, but
don't send Aroldis Chapman out for more than 1
Okay,
inning.
we've learned our lesson there.
Trust me.
Okay.
We know this. We know how this ends. Do we really want to go down that path?
I guess. He's throwing goose eggs, though, man. He's a freaking...
Yeah, stick with the approach that's making him throw goose eggs in a .45 ERA.
Fair enough. You're right. I should have put in Loaizaga. But,
Yeah, Johnny Lasagna right there.
Lasagna would have shut it down.
Well, obviously in hindsight, we think Justin Wilson was the wrong move, but
yeah,
it doesn't take a PhD in sabermetrics to throw Jonathan Loaizaga out there instead of Justin Wilson.
I almost had it too. You had 2 outs, man.
2 outs.
2 outs.
And then I don't want to hear shit about that strike call. I don't want to hear shit about it. Blah, 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 blah. The Yankees have been beneficiaries of great calls for decades.
That's baseball, Susan.
Yeah, it's baseball, Susan. They get swept by the Tigers. People are still somehow optimistic, and then
these next 2 games, it just took a dump, man.
I'm not even going to talk about these games.
Okay.
I'm not even going to talk about them because, frankly, there's better things to talk about.
Fair enough.
There was the game last night. That was pretty excruciating to watch, but still a win.
Well, they won.
Yeah, you have a Clint Frazier walk-off home run in the bottom of the 11th, and the Rays That entire game, they gave the Yankees this game. The Yankees did not win this game. The Rays lost it.
Yes. I'll agree to that. That's the only way they can lose games now is if they lose them themselves. They're firing on all cylinders, man.
Oh my God, just the Rays.
Holy crap,
Jesus.
dude.
Okay,
what's going on with them?
What I find really ironic.
Eating their mingies, man.
There is so many mingies. No, they're not eating mingies. They're eating the off-brand. They're eating the Count Chocula of mingies.
Okay.
Because the Rays don't spend money on the top of the line, big brand stuff like mingies. They spend it on the G-Man Choi of cereal.
I like G-Man Choi, man. Clutch, man. That guy's clutch.
Former Yankee G-Man Choi.
How did he end up in Tampa Bay?
I don't know.
Okay, doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Through a series of
honest truth.
There's a series of events that gave him up, and
God's honest truth. I don't know how he ended up in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they're firing on all cylinders. Speaking of wins, how about them O's? They had not won in 2 weeks. Do you know who the last team they beat was before last night?
The Yankees.
It was the Yankees. Yes, thank you very much. It was the Yankees.
My God.
They had not won in 2 weeks. It was pretty bad. I didn't think they were going to win again. It felt that bad. It just, yeah. Pitching, not there. Offense, not there. Defense, not there. They look like the Bad News Bears, but finally they pulled out a win last night.
Was that the game where Rob Refsnyder slammed into the center field wall?
That was not last night. That was not last night. I believe that was the game before. But yes, that I'll see if I can pull that up.
It's super easy to find.
Did not see the wall. I can't even spell his last name.
Rob, not Ron.
Oop, sorry. Rob slams center field wall. Let's see if that works. Okay. Oop.
No, Rob.
Slams center field wall.
Refsnyder. Just look up Rob Refsnyder.
How do you spell that? Ref.
R-E-F.
There we go. Refsnyder wall. All right, here we go.
Just watch the clip. It's funny.
That's hit well, way back center field.
I got it. Ooh.
Bonk!
Yeah, clearly. I don't know how that. Oh, then they have the.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, look, they have the outline on there. That's
By
funny.
the grounds crew. Oh my God.
Yeah, he didn't hurt any. He hurt his pride maybe. His pride got damaged a little bit.
Ouch. There's a dent. There's a dent in that wall.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yes. This
That
catch
sucks.
brought to you by Bud Light. It was right to. Yeah. Yeah. He did not. He. Well, I mean, that's what the warning track's there for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess he didn't feel it. He was wearing like Nike Super Air Maxes or something.
Also, it was his first career starting center.
Oh, okay. Well,
I believe that explains it.
Hey, man, he sacrificed his body. Now it was a home run, but he probably wasn't bringing that one back. And the O's did not win that game, but they did finally win 7-4. Like, thank God, man.
Oh my God.
14 games. Can you imagine?
Oh my God! If the Yankees lost 14 games in a row,
You'd be losing it. You'd be beside yourself. You'd be yeah. I'd have to talk you off the ledge of this building. Like, Cameron, it's okay. Don't worry, they'll win. Luke Voigt will be back in 2 months. They've got depth in the minors. I don't know. I don't know how I would talk you off that ledge if 2 weeks went by.
No. I'd come in with. I'd have Sith eyes if they lost 14 games in a row.
Yeah,
my face would have melted off. I would have been like Two-Face in The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Actually, no. I would have been. No, my entire face would have melted off.
All of it.
I wouldn't even have half
You
a face.
would have been that guy in Raiders of the Lost Ark at the end when they opened the Ark and his face melted off. It would have been like that.
Yeah, I don't remember Raiders of the Lost Ark that well.
Oh,
actually, I used to love the Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah.
Like when I was
this
like
dude at the end
little,
they open the Ark. Yeah, his face melts off. It's awesome.
I think I've seen a
Yeah.
gif of it before.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any expectations, but yeah, they got the worst record in the majors. I think they've only won 18 games. What are we about 50 some odd games in? This is what we almost played the whole season if it was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. Anyways, so what I'm telling you is somebody in this room has it worse. Is what I'm telling you. However, somebody in this room's favorite team was not expected to do anything. Actually, well, so despite getting swept by the Detroit Tigers, the Yankees are still in third place. They're only like 4.5 back, right?
And what's even more sad is that if you can pull up the standings.
I can pull up the standings. Yeah, I believe they're only 4.5 back. So,
look at the wild card. Look at the wild card.
Okay, we're going to the wild card standings here.
This team is still
half a game
somehow
back.
only half a game out of a
Yeah.
playoff spot.
Yeah.
Playoff spot.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can't be in that much despair.
It still pisses me off a lot considering the expectations that this team had coming in. This team was expected to steamroll the American League, not just be the best, but
Right.
they were expected to just bulldoze everything.
I wouldn't use the word steamrolling quite yet. Yeah, I agree with you though.
Any common adjective or pronoun or whatever, like descriptive term for dominate.
Yes.
For the word dominate. Just
Right.
anything.
Right. You look at Roger Thesaurus and you look up dominate. Just all the ones that all the ones that follow that. That's what it should have been. Yeah. It's still early. A third of the season isn't even over yet. But
exactly.
But I see you do not.
A third of the season. We're getting out of the. We're getting out of the
rust
realm
off the.
We're getting out of the realm of it's still early. 1/3 of the season. Sure, it's only 1/3 of the season, but they've had a lot of time. 2 months.
It is
to figure out the offense, and guess what? They haven't figured it out. We are nearly 2 months to the day.
Okay.
Since opening day.
Yes.
And we're complaining about the same stuff that we did on opening day.
So no improvements have been made.
They've had good stretches. I mean, the starting pitching, Jesus Christ, the starting pitching has been immaculate.
Yeah, relief's been pretty good.
Yeah, the bullpen has been great.
Can't complain about that.
The pitching's been great. Just the hitting it's been terrible. I don't know how else to say it. It's been terrible.
Which is the one thing coming into the season.
The one thing that nobody was
worried about
for the Yankees. I remember every single boomer on Twitter saying, "Oh, it's Cole and the question marks." Now it's Judge and the question marks.
Yes, it is.
DJ LeMahieu has sucked as of late. Not even as of late, the entire season. He has downright been the biggest victim, without a doubt, of the de-juiced, deadened ball.
Yes. Of which is obvious at this point.
It's obvious.
No doubt.
Like Clint Frazier's walk-off last night, off the bat, looked like it was going to end up in the bleachers. A couple years ago, it ends up in the bleachers.
Yeah.
But now, it barely squeaked over the wall. If Margot got a better jump on it and leaped high enough, he could have been able to make a catch.
Hold it back in.
He could have been able to take it back. And knowing how the Rays play against the Yankees, if he got a better jump on that, he probably would have taken it back.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a league-wide de-juice ball, though.
I know it's a league-wide de-juice ball.
I'm just saying.
I mean, the Yankees haven't hit by it bad, but the Twins have gotten hit worse. I mean, they're 22-32, 10 games below 500. Who the hell expected this?
Yeah, for sure. That
so like the de-juice ball has been harming some home run reliant teams offensively.
Right. For sure.
Which is weird because the Rays are one of the most home run heavy strikeout riddled teams in the league. They slave to analytics. They love analytics.
Yeah. They're getting it done though, man.
They love analytics. And what's funny is that all the boomers on Twitter, they all say stuff like, "Oh, these stupid computers, you gotta be like the Rays." I'm like, dude, the Rays are the most analytically inclined team in the AL.
Yeah,
and possibly the major leagues if you don't count the Dodgers.
And it's working out. Yeah,
like, they live and die by computers.
Yeah. And
I'm kind of 50-50 on the computers. I think some of the stuff can be used. Like WRC Plus at this point is the be-all, end-all offensive stat.
Right.
That and OPS.
Right. But you still got to hit the ball.
You got to hit the ball.
Or walk. Or walk. You got to get on base.
WRC Plus is just general offense.
Yeah. But this is, I'm looking at the Rays, so their road record, 20-8. So
you wouldn't expect that record. You expect that record to kind of flip because you expect them to
play better in that horrible stadium.
Roll over at the Trop. It's like beat the hell out of a bunch of great teams at the Trop. But
yeah, whereas the Yankees are 14-13 away from home, so still above 500. They'd be way above 500.
They're 5 games above 500.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it though.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like this seems so inconsistent.
I think that's a problem, right?
This team is so inconsistent. It's like there are weeks. They go on like a week-long stretch where nobody can touch them. And where the balls are getting struck well, the pitchers are throwing well, everything is just seeming to go right. But they just can't hit.
Yeah.
And the double plays, oh my God, the double plays. They lead the majors in double plays.
Who's the most guilty?
Everybody is guilty in some way.
Okay, I didn't know if there was one standout where it's like, oh boy.
There was no one standout. I mean, every single idiot wants to say it's Giancarlo Stanton, but in reality, it's not Giancarlo Stanton.
Right.
Like there are people who still have the audacity to say that this team struggles and they start and end with Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. It's like, how much of an idiot do you have to be? how stupid do you have to be to believe that?
Right. You gotta be pretty stupid.
No, you just have to be over the age of 30 and have a Twitter account because that's how all of them think.
Right.
Or that's how at least most of them think.
Well, I'm looking at the month of May. I have the whole schedule.
The Yankees were good in May. They had an overall good month.
They won almost every series. I gotta give that to them.
Yeah.
They won.
They swept the White Sox, which was mind-blowing.
Yes, White Sox, very good team. Lost 2 out of 3 to the Blue Jays and then got swept by the Tigers at the end. But other than that, I believe they won every series. So
yeah, they were fine. May.
Yeah.
Like overall for the month of May, you look at the big picture, they were good.
The problem is they got the Rays and the Red Sox above them who
just played better.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to become another, we were good, but they were better year. I don't want this to become another 2018.
No.
Which I'm terrified this is going to become another 2018.
Oh, boy.
Where there's inconsistency, where the Yankees are good, but slightly inconsistent. Meanwhile, the Red Sox and now the Rays are just more consistent and just forget how to lose. So
right. Yeah.
Like, I don't like that the Red Sox are a threat again.
No, I don't like that either. I hate the Red Sox. Go back to eating fried chicken and playing video games. I like that Red Sox.
Yeah, I like those Red Sox.
Yeah, I like those Red Sox. Yeah. Those Red Sox are... I like the Red Sox where they lose to the Orioles the last game of the season. They get knocked out of wild card, out of playoff contention. Those are the Red Sox. Those are the Red Sox I like to see.
It's so funny, like that 2011 game 162. How the Yankees so completely, obviously threw that game just to screw over the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Like Yankee fans weren't even pissed after that game. They were not even pissed.
No, you couldn't have been.
They were just like, you get knocked out, Boston. And it was so funny.
That was awesome.
That was kind of an alley-oop, kind of a tag team.
Yeah. Sometimes, sometimes it's good to work together against a common enemy. Sometimes.
You do like an alley-oop.
Yes, for sure. So I'm looking at June here. Rays, Red Sox, Twins. Yeah, sorry, they don't play the Orioles this month, so you don't have a doormat to bank on.
I think we don't face each other until way later.
Yeah.
Like September or something like that.
Is it that long? Yeah, it might be that.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Yep, July.
Oh, wait, here, August.
August
There's a whole
2nd through the 4th at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
But they don't play at Camden Yards until September. Hold on, go through the schedule.
Oh, yeah.
They don't play at Camden Yards until the middle of
Mid-September.
September. Okay, so the beginning of my senior year.
Yeah.
Then October, we don't know.
Yes.
For the Yankees, at least. Because the Orioles, that's not happening. Oh, God. They have a final series against the Rays.
Could be pivotal. Could be a turning point.
I swear to God, if the division is like on the line and the Rays just sweep us, that would suck. Then that would really give me 2018 vibes.
Yes.
That would really give me 2018 flashbacks.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that point. I
hope it will.
I don't know, man.
It probably will, and it'll suck. A heart attack would start early.
You're too young to have a heart attack. And yet you have one almost every night. I see on Twitter. So
I'm not. I'm not too young to have a heart attack.
Yeah, at Cam Woolley show.
I am a hardened sports fan who has seen his teams in the playoffs. I have had heart attacks.
Right. Yeah, you're
the Super Bowl 46 shortened my lifespan. Actually, I was 7 years old. I couldn't really feel that much. Okay, Brett Gardner's at bat in Game 5 against the Cleveland baseball team.
Yes.
That lasted like 13 pitches. That shortened my lifespan.
Yes, sure. Yeah, we've many moments that have heart-stopping moments that have shortened many lifespans.
Yes.
And you're only 16, so well, if anything, your heart should be stronger now, man. You should be able to take anything at this point. After what you've seen,
like I swear, like a girl could break up with me and I'll be like, okay,
all right, yeah, this wasn't as bad as
like, okay, this wasn't as bad as that time where Jose Altuve walked off the Yankees in 2019. This wasn't as bad as that time where the Yankees got
17.
blown. This wasn't as bad as the time where the Yankees got blown out by 15 runs on their home turf by their arch rival.
Yeah. Was as bad as that game I went to? Was it Chris Sale that freaking dominated?
Yes, it wasn't as bad as.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, you cheated on me, but this wasn't as bad as the time where I saw the Yankees get shut out by the Red Sox.
That's a good point. You're like, you're gonna have to try harder than that, man.
Like you're gonna have to try harder than that.
Yeah.
It's like you keyed my car.
Yeah,
okay.
Big deal.
Like, okay, there's stuff for that.
Yeah, they can fix that.
There's a product for everything.
Paint job, rub a little toothpaste on there, good as new.
Like, okay, I have toothpaste.
That's a good point. We'll keep that in mind. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but you know,
it would make a hell of a story.
Yeah, it would. It would. you just run down the. This is not as bad as when the Devils lost to the Hurricanes in 2009 when they're up 2-1 with a minute 20.
That was you. That was not me.
I know. Were you even? Yeah, you were around. But geez, how old were you?
I didn't start paying attention to hockey until 2012.
Okay, but still, I mean, you can look back.
This wasn't as bad as.
Jeez, I know.
This wasn't as bad as the time where the Devils had sky high expectations, went up 4-0 in their first game, and then blew it.
Yes, that was pretty bad too. Yeah, I know. I keep talking about 2009, but man, I was in a suite. I was in Kevin Smith's suite.
That year must have been so fun, except for that one.
Yeah, that was a fun year.
Fun
year. Good team. They had a great record. Made it to the playoffs. Probably shouldn't have gone to Game 7, but Carolina was tough that year, man. Oh, obviously, but yeah, and then I remember Kevin was like, "Man, I'm gonna get the." I remember he turns to us. He's like, "You know what? I'm going to keep this box for the whole run of the playoffs." And we're like, yeah, man. Like, we had food in there. There was champagne. It was awesome. And, in the blink of an eye, in the span of 1 minute and 20 seconds, it was snatched away from us. Yeah, it was bad. Anyways.
Who scored for the Hurricanes again?
I should even know this, but I can't even remember. I mean...
I feel like you would know because I'll always remember.
I want to say, was that Jokinen? Was probably.
Oh, UC Jokinen?
Was that Oli or
Oli or UC Jokinen?
Let's see if we can pull up a box score of Game 7. Why are we reliving this?
Yeah.
Why are we reliving this?
Why are we reliving? Okay.
We're going back to April 20th, 2009. And, yep, it was UC Jokinen scored the first one. Eric frickin' Stahl.
Eric Stahl.
Eric frickin' Stahl.
On the Devils won 51 games that year.
Can you imagine? 51-win season.
And the Hurricanes won 2 games in overtime. Actually, no. The Hurricanes won game 2 in overtime. But the Devils won game 3 in overtime. And they had a 3-1 series lead.
They did.
Actually, speaking of 3-1 series leads.
Yes.
Great transition.
Oh, God.
Let's talk Leafs. Leafs.
I think we saw that. We called this last week, man.
We didn't call this.
Well,
we said it would be hilarious.
We implied it.
No, I
think we willed it into
existence. We said it was
existence.
possible.
If there are any Leafs fans out there, you can blame us. Feel free to blame us, but more importantly, blame the Leafs because this is what they do each and every year.
This is so funny.
It's sad though, man.
And I was watching Steve Dangle's reaction to this because everybody watches Steve Dangle after the Leafs lose the playoff series. That's how he pays his bills.
How do you
his Leafs losses?
They had their foot on their necks, man. They had
2 overtime games in Game 6. I think the Habs had 2 shots in overtime, and it was the shot that went in was a hoity-toity little wrister that went through like 2 Leaf defenders and just ended up over the glove hand of Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
It was something really stupid. It was a really stupid shot. And it was just a playoff hockey moment. It was just really bad.
Yeah, but it's the Leafs, man. It's every year.
Every year they do this.
Like literally every year. Talk about heart attacks, man.
Oh my God, this has got to be
high
awful.
Blood pressure.
And the Canadian media hypes them up so much and just rides their ass every year. I mean, you got the wrong video, but...
I got the wrong video, but
like, just...
Yeah, every year, man.
Every year. It's always every year with the Leafs and all the hype, all of the money that they have sunk into these players and the cap gymnastics that they pull off to somehow acquire more. Well, it also helps that Andreas Janssen completely dudded for the Devils. Well, it was just cap gymnastics. They're trading players and they're somehow getting better. And then they end up making the playoffs. They have a 3-1 lead. They blow the 3-1 lead. Like, watch this shot. No, first of all,
jeez,
really
man,
shitty giveaway. Right there. Right there.
Yeah, come on.
Right there. Just what kind of... I expect the Devils to do that.
Right. Oof.
I expect Rasmus Sandin, or I think it was Sandin.
Crap, it was 1-on-3. He had 4 defenders around him. How do you lose that? How do you lose that puck?
No, Ilya Mikheyev.
Oh. Oof.
No, like, Ilya Mikheyev, in that situation, we expect that to be... Also, it was a knuckle puck. It was it was really stupid.
Still, talk about soft goals, man. Oof.
No, that Travis Dermott, sorry.
Yeah.
Travis Dermott, in that situation, we typically expect to say the name Damon Severson or Sammy Vatanen.
Sure. Oof. Yeah.
Although Vatanen, to be fair, is because Nikita Kucherov bashed his elbow into his skull, and he wasn't called for it. But yeah, because we don't forget, even forgettable playoff series, we don't forget moments like that. It was coincidentally after Vatanen gets elbowed in the head, he's never the same defensively. So.
Yeah,
total conspiracy theory right here.
Leafs fans everywhere. I don't know what to say. I feel bad for you, but
yeah, I don't know what else to say. And once again, the Leafs playing their flattest game of the series in Game 7.
Yep. Yeah, couldn't even
just
dial
so
it up
flat.
a little bit. It was like they just came in knowing they were going to lose, man.
Well, how do you keep your confidence up after losing 2 games in overtime after you came back from multi-goal deficits down? You used up all your good juices on those 2 games.
Right. All your, like, Zelda hearts, all your, like, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out stars, like, what, you know, whatever, all your red turtle shell, or whatever, or your whatever you want to, whatever you were saving for the end. These are all the things I save for the end. Definitely the red turtle shells. Save them for when I need them. And
no, it's like when you're playing Mario Kart and then you use your star power and then you get up to a nice spot where you're like in third and you're like, okay, I can win this.
I got
this. And then after your stars end, shock. Like the thunderbolt comes down, and then you're thinking, it's like, oh, if I just held on to that a second sooner, I would have dodged it, and then I'd be in first. I'd have a 3-second lead.
Yeah.
And then I have banana peels right behind me. I am good.
Right, man. I would have won the Mushroom Cup, man.
The Mushroom Cup?
Would have won the Mushroom Cup.
The Leafs shouldn't be worried about the Stanley Cup right now. They should be worried about the Mushroom Cup.
They should be worried about the Mushroom Cup, not the Stanley Cup. Well, they're not winning either this year because
they're the
Leafs. They blew it.
Like yet again. Always.
Yet again.
So yeah, what can they do? Like, what can they do from here? I'm hearing all the doomers say, "Oh, trade Marner. Oh, they have too much money locked into these 4 guys," which is true. They have way too much money locked into. Like, I think $40-some-odd million. No, it's over $40 million of their cap space is invested in Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, and William Nylander.
Yeah.
And Morgan Riley also has a pretty big contract as well.
Oof.
So, what are they going to do with that? And this salary cap has made them shed Nazem Kadri.
Yes.
And, well, Kadri's the only notable, like, big-time player I can think of that's kind of a game changer, but it's made them shed... God, there was a guy right at the top of my head. It's made them shed Kasperi Kapanen. It has made them shed Tyson Barrie, even though Barrie is kind of a fraud and he sucked in Toronto. It has made them shed numerous players. Numerous good players. And...
For this.
Yes.
For this performance. Blowing it in.
It's clear that Kyle Dubas has never looked up like the stock market in his life, because he is not balancing his portfolio. His portfolio is his roster.
You got to diversify.
Yes, diversify your portfolio. And you're putting all of that money into guys that put up great numbers. They're great players. I'm not trying to say that any of this is any of those guys' fault.
Right.
John Tavares got injured on a freak accident.
Yes.
Although I'm not sure if it was a freak accident because Corey Perry, but but most likely it was a freak accident.
Yes.
And the whole point of investing is to get a return. They have not gotten a good return on this. Sure, Matthews won the Rocket Richard. The most ridiculous, one of the most ridiculous goal-scoring campaigns by an American in NHL history.
Okay.
Austin Matthews is going to be a hell of a first-line centerman for the Olympic team. I'm excited for that. But how are you going to navigate around this?
Yeah.
What gymnastics, what kind of bullshit are you going to pull this time?
Yeah. I don't know.
The Shanna plan?
I don't know.
The Shanna plan, I mean, you got the guys. You aren't winning. You aren't winning. You aren't winning anything. And even if you do win a playoff series, what leads me... Okay, even if you got out of this Mickey Mouse division, which you still somehow lost a playoff series,
right?
You still couldn't even get out of the first round when the league was literally giving you a free pass to the Western Conference Final.
Right. Yes. They tried.
And even if you got out of Canada, what leads me to believe that you'd beat Colorado or Vegas? And even if you somehow make it past, what leads me to believe that you could beat Tampa or, better yet, Boston?
Right.
What leads me to think that this team can win a championship? I have seen nothing.
No. But
I've seen nothing good.
Yeah. Again, I feel bad. I really don't.
I sell on this team. I am not.
That's it. Blow it up.
No, I
Can
don't
they blow it up?
blow it up. You can't blow it up.
Yeah,
you have
they're
too much
stuck.
money.
Yeah,
There's
stuck,
too
man.
much money invested in the
stuck.
core
They're
to
totally
blow it
stuck.
up. They have to do it. And who knows if Jack Campbell was just a bubble guppy? Who knows if Jack Campbell was just a fraud? Who knows if he was just a flash in the pan?
Yeah.
Who knows about that?
Yeah.
What a joke. A joke, dude. The Leafs are on the list of top 5 memes in American sports.
Yeah.
They are up there.
Yeah.
And when I say up there, I mean they are up there.
If they just plain sucked, it wouldn't matter. But
Like, if they just sucked, well, it was still funny when they sucked.
Sure.
But this is even funnier because it's on the national spotlight. I get to watch it.
Right.
I get to watch them come out flat in Game 7 every year. And this is 4 years in a row. 4.
Yeah.
If you count the qualifying round last year, this is 4 years in a row.
They started great in Game 7 in Boston that one year, and then.
Well, that was 2013. That
know,
year, you want to talk about a Mickey Mouse year? Woo, shit! That was Mickey Mouse, if anything.
Right. I'm just saying, I have not forgotten 2013. I don't think.
Oh no, 2013.
I know they haven't. But
2013 is hockey's version of 28-3. The 2013 Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 7 is hockey's version of 28-3.
Right.
Okay, maybe Vegas blowing it in Game 7 in 2019 against the Sharks.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It doesn't. It's not as funny.
Right. No.
Like the Leafs blowing it in 2013, I can still watch. Like I could spam that to a Leafs fan on Twitter and I automatically win an argument.
Sure. Then you get blocked, but yes.
I'm not even involved with Leafs fans on Twitter.
Yeah. I hear you.
I'm too busy looking at Devils Twitter, which is surprisingly tame.
Well, I mean, what do we have to say? We got nothing.
Like, what do we have to say?
We got nothing. Like, take your beating and then go home, right?
like I follow people who just like tweet in caps lock whenever the team sucks, and then after that, it's just puck bunnies who simp for Jack Hughes. It's just
yeah.
It's just that kind of stuff.
Hey, we're guilty of that too. Don't.
Okay. We simp for the right reasons for Jack. We simp over him as a player.
Sure. I got called out on Facebook this week. I filled out a bracket. So my cousin made me do it, and
don't tell me you had the Leafs beating that.
No, no. Okay. Come on.
Good.
No. But I got called out because I picked the Islanders to win the Stanley Cup, and they're like, "Aren't you a Devils fan? Like, how dare you?" They were. I was like, "Have you looked at?" The
Islanders are a well-oiled team.
One, okay, but I was like, "Have you looked at the Islanders? It's New Jersey Devils 2.0.
Yeah, Lou Lamoriello is building the New York Devils.
He's putting the old band back together. Yeah, I was like, have you looked at them?
It's the 2012 team.
Paul Mary.
And he was...
Corey Schneider. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah,
Corey Schneider's like the third string goalie.
Yeah.
He's like he's on the taxi squad.
Yeah. Yeah, they got Andy Green. Like it's Devils 2.0. How can I not?
And they were this close. And I heard this, they were this close to pulling the trigger on a trade. That would have been a massive overpayment and would have taken on one of the worst contracts in the league. But they were this close to bringing in Zach Parise. This close.
Wow. Like lose.
Oliver Wahlstrom was part of that deal.
Did Lou get lost in a time
I don't
warp?
know if it was Wahlstrom. No, Nate Dobson. Nate Dobson was part of the deal.
Did he?
Or Noah Dobson. Noah Dobson.
Did he travel forward in time from 2009 and be like, "Whoa, these guys are still around"? Like, all right, let's sign them. Wow. He
didn't know who Paul Mary was. He did bring in Paul Mary.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Paul Mary was a Shero acquisition in 2015.
All right. So that was my defense for. Yeah, but now that I look at it, man, freaking Colorado.
Also, what the hell does a Devils fan have against the Islanders?
I don't know.
Like, what? Have we suffered to them in the playoffs? Like, we haven't played each other in the playoffs. Sure, if they played each other in the playoffs and the Islanders did something mean to us, then I'd be pissed.
That's the other thing. I was like, who hates the Islanders?
Then I'd hate them.
Who hates the Islanders?
Nobody hates the Islanders. Sure, they annoy me because they're a fundamentally flawless team.
Yeah.
Who always plays well. And Matt Barzal is one of the most... Okay, when you have one of the best transitionary scorers in the league, and you put him against a defense that is made out of just melted butter. Not a good combination.
Right.
Not a good combination for my eyes.
Yeah.
Sure, for Islanders fans' eyes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But for me, not good. Not good for us.
Yeah. And Colorado looks freaking getting rolled over the Knights.
I picked Colorado as my number one.
Yeah.
Even though they did win and this was before I found out that they won the President's Trophy. So
usually a curse in pretty much every year.
Hey, dude, Colorado, although Vegas, they're a pretty well-rounded team.
Yeah,
Vegas is really
7-1, man. 7-1 in game 1, man. So we'll see if that holds up.
Daily reminder that we drafted Nico Hischier over Cale Makar.
Nah.
Although that's hindsight. That's
it
hindsight
is.
speaking. If the
It
Devils
is.
took Cale Makar number 1 overall, it would have been sacrilege. Because Nico Hischier would be a flyer.
Yeah, I don't.
If you think Nico Hischier is good enough on a line with Jesper Bratt and Pavel Zacha, imagine him on a line on like a power play line with Sean Couturier and Claude Giroux or some shit. Just imagine the Flyers right now and replace Nolan Patrick with Nico Hischier.
Yeah.
And I was one of the people who wanted Patrick over Hischier. Yeah, that was 13.
I know.
I was dumb. I was even dumber than I am now. So
Well, I mean, ideally that's what happens is you get
Yes.
smarter as you get older.
Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of the draft,
the draft lotteries tonight.
tonight 6 p.m. Eastern. I guess they're doing it virtually from Secaucus, New Jersey.
Oh, Secaucus!
I guess, yeah.
Oh
over
my
at,
God! Oh, this
whatever.
is rigged. It's rigged. We're gonna win it.
I don't know. 10.3% chance. 10.3%
Tied for the
chance.
third best odds with the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, and the expansion is kind of screwing us up in that regard, percentage wise, I guess. But,
Also, they're gonna stab a player away from us.
yeah,
Although that just gives room for another prospect. What the hell do I care?
yeah, good prospects in the pipeline. Yeah,
I'm seeing the New York Rangers at 16th best. Don't you think about it, Bettman. Don't do it.
it says they have a 1% chance, so I mean that's pretty low. But
Still
we've
a
seen
scary
some
prospect.
weird stuff happen, man.
Although, with the Devils, drafting number 1 might not be the best case in the world because Jack Hughes said something.
What did he say?
He said that if Luke Hughes is there, he wants him.
I imagine.
I am deathly terrified that if Luke Hughes does not end up on the Devils, he's going to end up on the Canucks. And if Luke and Quinn are there, Jack will come in the next few years, which I would hate.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to play with family, right?
Now, why wouldn't you want to play with family?
Yeah.
But on the flip side, Luke comes here,
Yes.
Quinn will
Well done.
come.
Yes.
Why the hell would you want to re-sign with Jim Benning?
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
speaking of shitty GMs of Canadian teams, the Toronto Maple Leafs just ensured that Mark Bergevin at least has another solid 5 years of job security.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how those.
Speaking
those,
of other
see how those ping pong balls line up tonight. Should be fun. But
I mean, if the Devils fall a bit, they can draft Brant Clark. I want a right shot defenseman, and that's what Brant Clark is.
Yep. 6'2", 185.
The defensemen in this class look really good.
Yeah.
I mean, this mock that you're looking at is them drafting Simon Edvinsson or Simone Edvinsson from the Swedish league.
Yes.
I love my Europeans.
From Frölunda.
Swedish league.
Yep.
Like that. But knowing the Devils, they're probably gonna pull out some random bullshit and draft like William Eklund. Although, if you want to talk about an uncertainty at number 1 overall, oh my God, this is the year. And that is why the Devils are probably going to win the draft lottery, because whoever they take number 1, like 60% of the league is going to think they're stupid.
What else is new? That happens every time.
Like, can we just win one draft lottery where there's like a guaranteed franchise-changing talent?
Clear-cut Wayne Gretzky, like
a clear-cut number one pick, like a clear-cut pinned as a franchise-changing generational talent.
Freaking, yeah.
Like a Lafreniere, like could we have gotten it last year?
No, of course not. That would have been too easy. Would have been too easy.
Also, the 3 years in a row winning the draft lottery.
Well, yeah, there was that too. So,
or the 2 year, actually the 2 years in a row winning. It would have been 3 out of 4, so it would have been a dynasty.
Yeah.
The Devils have a dynasty in the draft lottery.
But yeah, big shout out to Owen Power and Matthew Beniers, both from the University of Michigan.
Oh,
my former,
you got to be loving
my
this.
former college. So
your alma mater, Michigan.
Yeah.
Home of shitty football.
As of late, yes.
Yes.
As of late, unfortunately. That's a topic for a whole nother podcast. Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. Well, hey, one of these two could end up in red, black, and white, man. Maybe.
I like Owen Power. I mean, I'm looking at his measurables: 6'5", 214 size.
Yes.
Big size. I just want a guy who can play defense.
Yes.
I just want a guy who can defend.
Is it too much to ask?
Like the Devils have so many fringe offensively leaning two-way guys. Like, I don't want another Damon Severson. One Damon Severson is enough.
Is it too much to ask to hold a 4-zip lead?
Like, is it that much?
I don't think so.
Is it that much to make sure that Mackenzie Blackwood has some kind of other layer
in
of
front
protection
of him? Yes.
other than himself?
Right. He can't stop everything by himself. You're right.
They're already on the road to ruining him.
Oh, God. What? No. Yeah.
He's getting cooked.
Yeah. Throw some big guys up front who can freaking knock a puck off someone's stick, who can clear a puck, who can
kill a penalty,
who can kill penalty. Yes, who can kill a penalty, please.
Circulate the puck in the offensive zone.
And then next, can we get someone who's decent in the
Keep
shootout?
the puck on side.
We get a couple players that can go one-on-one with the goalie in a shootout. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
I love the shootouts when it's international. Like the World Juniors, I love shootouts.
Sure.
But in the NHL, I hate them. Bring back ties.
Yeah.
Bring back ties or
bring back the ties. I wouldn't complain. I think that
or make overtime like 10 minutes and make it 5-on-5.
Yeah. They're just like dead. It's like dead tired at the end. That's probably not happening.
That's a bad idea.
That's probably not happening. But should we do that and make them play every day then too?
Yeah.
It's like baseball. It's like wear them out, make them earn their paychecks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'll be. Shoot, that's in half an hour, man.
Oh shit.
We'll
I was thinking about texting you and just being like, "Yo, you want to push it back?"
Oh yeah,
for
push
when
it
the
back
lottery?
and we can put it on. Yeah. Well, we'll recap it next. We'll recap it next week, I guess, and then and then I haven't even looked at when is the actual draft. Is it? I mean, I guess.
I don't know when the draft is, but I mean, draft
Let's
lottery
see
being
if,
all the way in June is kind of.
The NHL Entry Draft is July 23rd and 24th. Delayed 1 month from the usual June. And location still to be announced. They don't know yet.
It's going to be in Seattle. It's going to be
Oh, yeah, why not?
It's going to be in Seattle.
It's a good place.
Yeah, if they ever have the draft back at the Rock again, we're going.
Oh, we're definitely going. Oh, yeah, that one time I went, I had such a great day, man.
Like when you played street hockey with Ken Danico.
Yeah, captain the kids' street hockey team versus Danico. Scored on him. I mean, he was wearing a suit, so don't be too impressed.
And his body was beat up for over 20 years.
Well, okay, there's that. But he had the training. Come on, man. He's got rings. He should still have it.
You got to remember the guy couldn't score.
I know. Yeah, that was cool. And yeah, I saw the shock in the room as the Devils traded their pick for Corey Schneider. And
oh God. Bo Horvat for Corey Schneider. Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
That was fun. Yeah, we're definitely going though. We're definitely there's no doubt. I remember that was like a big party atmosphere. It was cool.
I wish the NFL still had their draft exclusively at the Radio City Music Hall, like in New York.
Yeah. Well,
Because I would have at least gone once, and I probably would have met friends there.
yeah.
I probably would,
for sure.
because like people travel. Like I have friends.
Shoot,
that
man, if they're gonna
travel.
do that, man, bring back the helmet phones. Like, I don't remember the old helmet phones, and oh, that's yeah. I'm looking that up. That was I think 1 year they used like these goofy helmet phones. Oh, I can't find them. But
Can't
not
spell.
horns. I cannot type. Phones, helmet phones. Yeah, there they are. There they are. Yeah, that's how they made their picks. Shoot, I'm gonna get you a Giants helmet phone. I don't even know if you have a landline though. You probably don't even have a landline at home.
Doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah, so
highly.
you want never mind. Like, yeah, if you can't even use it. They were $199 back in the day.
Jesus.
for the most hardcore of fans. All right, I'll find some other novelty present to give to you, for sure. I don't know if you saw today. Officially, Lou Gehrig Day today.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what that entailed, but
It was like ALS stuff.
I know. But is everybody wearing his number? Like, I should have done more research on this. I thought I actually think it's long overdue though, man. Like the man was a legend and
Yankee legend.
And I was reading like that year that he was starting to show symptoms. Like he still hit 295, hit like almost 30 home runs. Like he was
With ALS.
with ALS. Yeah, he didn't know it at the time, but he was like, man, I don't feel like. I think he was kind of like the ball is not jumping off my bat like it usually does. Like I don't know what's wrong, and now we know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Iron Man, man, the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. So,
Do you think Cal Ripken would have broken his record if Gehrig never got ALS?
no, I don't think. No, I think he got it. He was 35 and he died 2 years later. So, he would have played well into his 40s, which means another say 5 years times 162.
Hold up, please.
Which
hold.
31,
Please
21,
hold.
31. Well, I mean, yeah, no, that would have been, it would have been close.
810 games.
Okay,
It's
so,
810
yeah.
games. So that's
Yeah, yeah,
over
yeah.
2,900.
Yeah, so, I mean, as I love Cal, he's my favorite player, but he would have had to put in another year or two. I don't know, man. I mean, I bet Gehrig would have played, maybe he wouldn't have played 162 up until like age 42, but I think he could have. That's a great question, man. No one's ever posed that. That's an excellent question. I mean, that would have assumed that he didn't miss a game for the next 5 years. But I think, geez, man, I think he was playing at such a level that that he could, I think he could have gone another 600 to 800 games, which means he would have gone into the 27 to 2,900. That's insane, man. That many games in a row. Yeah. Yeah, that is a very awesome hypothetical question, and as much as I like Cal, I think Gehrig that would have been a record. So, good question. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cal 26-32 before he decided to take himself out of the lineup. Yeah, thanks for doing the math on that. It's like, holy crap, that's not 800 games. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's 800 games. Yeah, no, you would have broken his record. No.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, so I just want to mention something very briefly.
Yes.
NBA playoffs. Sure, the Knicks are playing tonight, but they're probably going to get knocked out. But how about Damian Lillard? You see that last night?
I did not. Please recap
just
it for me.
Look up his stats. Just look up Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, just
Portland.
Look at his game log.
Trailblazers.
Look at his game log. Look at last night.
51 minutes. All right, field goal percentage 70.8. So
12 3-pointers.
Wow.
12 of 17 from 3.
Wow.
10 assists.
55 points.
Yeah, 55 points.
10 assists.
And his
6
team-
rebounds.
And his team lost.
Yes, 140 to 147.
You gotta ask yourself at some point what the hell else this guy can do.
Nothing. These are.
I mean, Damian Lillard in an NBA with a sea of unlikable players, far as the eye can see.
Yes.
Far as the eye can see, there are so many players that are unlikable.
So many.
Damian Lillard stands out as a guy, stand-up dude. Like, with anybody I could choose, life on the line. Life on the line
Okay.
to make a
Game
make or
winning.
break shot.
Yes.
It's Lillard.
Yeah.
Last night he was hitting these shots. It was like fadeaway jumpers, like from deep three.
Yeah.
It was one of the
Jeez.
most ridiculous.
12 for
It was the most
17.
ridiculous.
That's insane, man.
It was one of the most ridiculous playoff performances I've ever seen from any athlete.
And not for nothing, made 9 of 10 free throws as well.
How would
So.
the free throws matter?
I
I mean, you draw the fouls.
Well.
I mean, they were fouling him.
Sure.
Of course, they had to foul him.
Right. Wow. Those are monster stats, man.
Yeah.
And all for not. They lost, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. It sucks, but it sucks for him. Jeez.
But if he was playing NBA Jam, he would have. He's on fire! Boom, shakalaka! Like that is the definition of
on
as he's
fire.
on fire in NBA Jam. And they still, and the Trailblazers couldn't pull it off. Well, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, Denver Nugget fans, count your blessings. So, how are the Knicks doing? I haven't been watching.
They're down 3-1.
All right, it doesn't sound like you're holding out much hope. Still in it though, but and they play tonight at 7:30. All right. Good luck to them. Good luck to them. But yeah, you don't sound very confident as well.
Yeah, it's even though it is Atlanta.
Yeah. Aaron Judge to play center field for the Yankees.
Aaron Judge at center field. That is
How is this gonna go?
desperate times call for desperate measures. What else can I say? It's bad.
Quote, Aaron's excited to step up to the challenge. Okay, thank you.
I mean, I don't know if he can cover the ground.
Thank you, Aaron Boone.
I don't know if he can cover the ground, but
I'm
what the hell else?
worried about injuries, man. If I'm to be honest with you, it's a physically demanding position, correct?
He's played every game this year.
I know.
Or he's played
but he
majority.
has pulled up on a couple balls that he could have dived on, and
Yeah. I'd rather him hold up on a single than
sure, then be out
dive.
4 to 6 weeks. Absolutely.
Yeah, then be out 4 to 6 weeks and have that turn into 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah. Aaron Boone. He's a great outfielder. He's a good athlete. He's fundamentally incredibly sound as an outfielder. Why didn't you say he's also a great athlete? Why do you use the word good? It's an interesting choice of words. Because he is, in fact, a great athlete.
Yes.
Interesting. I don't know. These are little stupid things I notice. Just say he's great. He's I don't. Semantics. I know.
You've been in the media business for a while. You notice stuff like that.
I guess. So I guess he played center field in college. It says. All right.
Yeah,
So
I mean-
he's been there.
He's played center field before with the Yankees.
He's been there. But yes, desperate times. All right. I just hope he doesn't pull something.
I'm wondering if I was at a game in 2018 where he was in center.
Really?
I'm wondering if the mobster game.
the
game where he was in
mobster
center.
game. The oft talked about mobster game, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, Gardner was starting that game.
Okay.
So
yeah.
he was in center.
Interesting though. All right, we'll see how this goes. Wait, is he there tonight? I guess he's there tonight. Okay. All right. Well, Godspeed.
Yeah.
Speed, Aaron Judge. Godspeed. All right. Anything else? Anything in the mailbag?
Nah. Let me check.
If you're listening, tweet at Cam Woolley Show. Join the Discord. Send an email. Send a smoke signal. You can tweet me too if you want. I'm at Ming1037. I would love to. While I don't tweet in such desperate.
Okay, the last time Aaron Judge played center field was on March 31st, 2018.
Okay, so 3 years ago.
I'm just gonna
March 31st, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I am looking up that game right now. It was against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, and they lost.
They lost 3-5.
Yeah,
it was the third game of the season. And Aaron Judge went 0 for 4 with the strikeout. Okay.
Oh my God, Brandon Drury.
And Neil Walker.
Neil
DHing.
Walker, Billy McKinney, Tyler Austin.
Billy McKinney.
CC on the mound.
CC on the mound. Went 5 innings. 5 hits.
1 earned run.
2 runs, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. So, I mean,
Not bad.
Yeah.
Dylan Betances blew the game.
He did.
Oh, yeah, I remember
You
watching
remember
this game. I remember this game. Oh, my God, I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off.
He blew the game in the 8th. It was tied up into that point. Yankees make 2 errors.
Dumb stuff. I think it was on like a pass ball by Gary Sanchez that lost the game. I think. They lost something in... They lost in a really stupid way. No, go down the game log of this. I'm actually intrigued.
This game...
Go down the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th. I don't
okay.
care how else this game went.
Bottom of the 8th. Blue Jays batting tied 3-3.
Oh my God, that's right. It was the game where Kevin Pillar stole home plate.
Did he? Okay. Yes, he did. Youngvis Solarte hit a home run off Dylan Betances. Then, yes, Kevin Pillar stole home, making it 4-3. Oof. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to bring back bad. You brought it up, man. So you brought it up. It wasn't my fault. Yeah. Well, that's baseball, Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck to the Yankees as they battle the Rays this week. 3 games against the Red Sox, and then they play in Minnesota next week. I'll be watching. Listen, I just want the Orioles to win another game. That's all. Those are my expectations. They're not high.
One game.
That's it. One more game for the rest of the year. They'll be at 19 wins then. Or maybe they're breaking out. Maybe they'll go on a streak. I don't. One can only hope, my friends. One can only hope. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, good luck to the New Jersey Devils, and may physics and ping pong balls be on their side tonight.
Yes, please, ping pong balls.
Come on. All
right, ping pong balls is all we can look forward to every year. This night.
Yes. Yeah.
This is our Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty pathetic.
We love the draft lottery.
Yes.
And I like to see fan bases of other teams seethe.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, and come on, after last year, I think we deserve another break, right? So.
Yeah, we deserve another. Oh, my God. the goddamn Rangers. Oh, that was another Leafs choke, too. The Leafs ping pong ball was in the tube, and then it bounced out. It bounced, 2 times. Like, bing, bing,
oh, like toilet bowled around? Like. Oh.
Yes, it toilet bowled around.
Oof. Yeah. Anyways, you got anything else?
No.
Okay.
All right. So, from Ming Chen and the Shared Universe Podcast Studio, I'm Cameron Woolley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, buy some of my shit.
Yes, Teespring.
And as always, stay classy, New Jersey.